Hey love bugs, I'm Ashley for Tuning Input. I just wanted to do a quick intro after I did my face beat and like the hair is completely dried, set. I've been to Ralph's grocery store to pick up some last minute things like ice and pie crust and chips for the dip, and this is the end result. This gives the vibe. It honestly does with my sweater. My girls and my son are matching me. Of course, my husband doesn't like to get like all sassy and fancy, so he's just going to coordinate with a solid t-shirt. All about coming together at this point because we can't change the past or the history of all of this, but this one did come courtesy of Nadula. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the tutorial for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, stay tuned for Vlogmas that starts in almost 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Let's jump into the tutorial, guys.
Okay, love bugs, jumping right into it. This is what the wig looks like straight out of the box. This one is an affordable 13x4 lace front wig. The texture is kinky curly and it is 24 inches in length. It also comes in a 4x4 dimension, or you can swap out the front hairline that I have for the new like curly edge option, and I'll have that also linked in the description box. Here is what it looks like parted. As I mentioned, you do get 4 inches of parting space, and that is free parting, so you can do a center part or a side part. Here I am just showing you the back of the wig and what it looks like. It has a beautiful kinky curly texture and I am here for it. Now this particular day was Thanksgiving, so family was literally downstairs preparing food as I was trying to get some work done. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess lace. I decided that because the hairline looked so good, I didn't need to do any customizations to this one. It was literally ready to go. So I'm going to take my edge control from FT.Nadula and just push my natural edges back. This is a good idea to give you a really good clean hairline. I was in Target the other day and I came across this, how do you say it, oldie but goodie holy grail staple product. If you followed me for years, you guys know this was my go-to, the Got to Be Glued gel in the color black. I used that literally for like a good year or two straight, like in the beginning of like when I started doing hair tutorials. I did go ahead and let it get tacky, and then I added a little bit of a different product on top. Both are non-glue products, so I'll have both in the description box for you guys. And here I am just going ahead and putting the wig on top and kind of just making sure everything is exactly where I want it and how I want it. Now I'm going to blow dry on a cool setting, and I am pulling that baby hair forward. This is just going to help it to set in the direction I already want it to go. That's just going to make it easier for the hair to already kind of be trained, so you don't have to like do too much when it comes to swooping the baby hair down the road. Now let's go ahead and style the actual hair. As you guys see, I was going for a side part, but because it's a little bit layered in the front, I felt like it was just gonna kind of keep coming in my face because it's shorter that way. I thought the cut would look perfect as a center part, so I went ahead and stamped out a perfect center part. I went in with my dynamic duo, which is the wax stick and the edge control from FT.Nadula, and really just worked that in. Look how much that parting and that hairline look like scalp. It literally looks like there's not lace there, like it's just like teleporting straight to my natural scalp. It looks so good that you really don't need to add any extra like concealer or powder. I'm going to do so because you guys know I'm extra, but you guys see how beautiful it looks. Lace really does matter. Now you guys can also see that I am going in with mini heat passes. I really like to go in and just make sure everything is how I want it to be. So these steps, I really do take my time, and you guys don't see in real time how much work or, you know, how long it takes. But really and truly, like, you can't just do 2 heat passes and keep going and just be like, why doesn't mine, you know, look as amazing? It really takes a little bit of patience, especially on that first install. Once it's installed and styled, you know, the maintenance is not as tedious, but just that install, you want to make sure everything is perfect. While I'm bumping my gums, I'm also going in and working the product in. I decided to do the Nairobi method. I'm taking the mousse from Nairobi, and I'm just using strictly just this. Feel free to co-wash or wash and condition your hair. Feel free to saturate it with water before this process. This will definitely, both of these things will definitely help you to not use as much product as I am using. But I like to do this because this really gets me ready for the week. I'll go in with my Nairobi generously, and then I'll go in and just work it in with that dimming brush, really forming the curls and clumping them exactly how I love them. And then once I'm done with this from day to day, I'll just twist the ends at night, put the bonnet on, and that way in the mornings I just add a little bit of water and I won't have to add any more product, usually until about wash day. So that's just how I like to do it. But again, this is a lot of product, so feel free to do water and mousse. That is a better, situation, or even adding like a cream conditioner or a leave-in would definitely help out with cutting down how much product you use. Now let's go in for baby hair. So I at first was going to do like the curling iron method, the Instagram baby hair, and then I just decided this is going to look good with the really short trim, like 1/2 to 1/4 inch baby hair, straightforward, adding the product to it directly and then just swooping it so that it goes into different directions. So it's not so uniform, like straight across. It's a little bit messy and imperfect, but it looks a lot more like what a curly girl's baby hair would look like paired with the length of the hair. Last couple steps are to add the concealer to the parting. You guys know I love the Fenty in the color 420. And then I'm going to add a powder that is about a shade darker than my complexion to the hairline. And voila, we are done. Just pat it out and we are good to go.
Okay, love bugs, so we are done. So this one came from Nadula and it was an easy install. The package has a little weight to it per usual because they spoil your girl. Inside you have your dust bag. You also have this care package here. If you watch my videos, you guys know I work with Nadula all the time. So inside you do have Rockin' My Time. So inside we have some 3D mink lashes, really nice. We also have a wig band, which I'm probably gonna wear to the store so that my hair can continue to melt. We have a makeup brush, and then this here is just a black bonnet, I want to say. Yeah, just a nice little black bonnet, perfect for just, putting all the hair into something so that you can like hop in the shower, put the wig band around your hairline while you're in the shower, and put a shower cap on top of that, and you should be good. And then beyond that, you do have a robe. There's another wig band in here, and this one actually says Nadula, and also a pack of wig caps. As far as the curl pattern go, you guys can see how beautifully the curl pattern came out. Now I highly recommend go ahead and like conditioner wash the wig before you install. This is going to help you to save on product. Just adding good old H2O to it and like literally letting the wig get wet and saturated, it's going to make you or allow you to not use as much product. And then also just adding that moisture with the conditioner as well. You can also do this step on the mannequin head. I opted for the way that I learned from observing Eric and Tay on social media, which is literally to just go in with the Nairobi and go crazy. Now this is the one that's going to have you using all your product in one. My hair is done. It's nice. It's not like extremely wet like it would be if I would have wet it first. And the curls are having set really nice with that dimming brush. But if I wanted to preserve, I would have like wet it down first. So now that this is done and there's so much product in the hair throughout the week, I'll just be able to just add a little bit of water to kind of like wake the product up, and I won't have to like add any more product throughout the week. Whereas like if you add a little bit each day, you add a little bit more. Hopefully that makes sense. Now I was going to do a side part with this one, but I just kind of felt like because of the, like, you see how kind of like it's like a little bit of a layer. So if I would have added it over, I kind of was nervous that this piece over here would have been layered and kind of like elevated. And because it is Thanksgiving and I'm like cooking and cleaning and all of that and just having a good time, I didn't want that to like come into my face and be like short because it's layered. Hopefully that makes sense. This is the hair and this is a 360 look. Hopefully the back is as defined as the sides. Again, one of the keys is the dimming brush. I'll have it linked in the description box, as well as everything else I use. I was going to do curly baby hair, but I think that this, like the really short baby hair, just suits this one a lot better. And yeah. Direct link to this is in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!